Bruno, it's another game unbeaten for Manchester United, but is there perhaps a sense of frustration that you're not going away with here with all 3 points?
I'm more disappointed because I think we did enough to get that 3 points. Obviously, we end up you had to finish the game with a lot of suffering and trying to not concede a goal. The frustration also came a little bit into ourselves because obviously we had a situation where we could have gone 3-1 up, and from that situation we end up conceding another goal. I think we could have gone 2-0 and then we end up conceding a goal, not getting a penalty, and then we get a penalty against where more or less it's the same situation as Ahmad. One is rewarded as a penalty, the other one not. I know it's difficult for the referee to give 2 penalties in the same game for the same team, but what I don't understand is why VAR doesn't get involved in that situation or either way in the situation of Ari, because either one is a penalty and the other one too, or none of them is a penalty.
I can understand, and we don't want to get you into trouble with the authorities, but is there a frustration that can you see similarities between the one that's not given for you and the one that sees Harry pick up a red card and is given?
Yeah, because I think Ahmad is getting to a point where he's going to shoot, and he gets pushed or pulled. I can't exactly see how it happens, but you can see that is there something that gets him completely out of balance, and obviously I think it's very frustrating for the small players because they always say he's very soft on the small players, and when he's in a bigger player, they say they end up giving the falls. I do think that on the Ari situation it is a penalty, but I think in the Ahmad one is also a penalty, and obviously that could have changed the game.
You mentioned having to sit and suffer a little bit, especially with 10 men, but the fact that you were able to do that and still come away from this game with something, does that tell us how Manchester United have evolved since Michael Carrick and his backroom team have come in?
No, I think that's always been part of the club. It doesn't change who's the manager in charge. Obviously, in the last period, we've been very positive with the results, and obviously that gives more of positive energy to the team to understand that we can get results anywhere we go. It's been very important for us in the last period with Michael, because we've been in a very good form, and obviously today we had to suffer. We had to run a little bit more, and we did it. We end up getting a point. It's not everything negative from the game, so we got something from it.
Clearly, getting a Champions League spot for next season is the aim. Whatever happens with the other results this weekend, you go into the international break, you will be third. Could it be higher than third, the way this Manchester United team are playing and believing in themselves come the end of the season?
No, what it could be better is that in the next game we have to get the 3 points that we didn't got today. That's all. We need to go game by game because Premier League is very tough. We have a lot of competition to play against in this moment because Villa is very close to us, Liverpool and Chelsea also, so we need to be aware of that, but our aim is looking forward and try to get the 3 points, not that we're not going to be looking at them, but we know that we have to run away from them, and the best way to do is getting points, and if you're going to get closer to the one in front of you, you still have to get the 3 points.
And just very finally, earlier this year, all of you as a team, the whole club had to take a lot of criticism. You had to suffer a lot of weight on your shoulders from all directions. Is there now a new feeling around Manchester United? Is this a real good feeling and what Manchester United stand for and are about?
No, it's gonna always be like that. When you get results, you're gonna get your flowers. When you don't get the results, you're gonna get the criticism. It's part of being a Man United player. You play for a top club where the demand is very high from everywhere, from everyone. You know that you're gonna have a lot of people with the eyes on our club because of the club is massive and social-wise even more. So it's a lot of eyes looking for us. But if you decide to play for this club and if you are at this club, it's because you are a big player and you have to have a big personality to be here, understanding that it's going to be highs and lows, and you have to deal with them in the same way.
Brilliant. Appreciate your time. Thank you
very much.
Thank you. Good luck.
Now we've heard from the Manchester United captain. Let's hear from the manager. Here's Michael Carrick's post-match thoughts.
Michael, very dramatic second half in particular today. There'll be some regrets probably that you haven't won the game.
Yeah, we're disappointed. Obviously, the way I thought we created enough opportunities and had some good chances, and then go up in the game and have a big opportunity to go 2-0 up really, and we get one penalty. We don't get the other. It's exactly the same thing really. A grab, two-hand grab, and we get one. We don't get the other, which I don't know. Well, he's definitely got one wrong. So I don't know which one he's got wrong, but he doesn't give us the second one, which I think they're both penalties. And it's a massive moment in the game, and then it ends up chaos after that. So yeah, massive moment in the game, and I don't understand how you can give one and not the other. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a good point, and obviously the ball's in the back of your net while that check is going on, which just adds to the kind of chaos.
Yeah, it's just as obvious as you can get when you've already given one, to not give the other one. It's clear. If that's what you believe is a penalty to start with, then the second one has to be. I don't understand how you can't give that, and then obviously to go back and not give it then, and the goal and everything, and after that it was just chaos really. So I was really pleased with the boys at the end, going with the 10 men and seeing the game out and taking a point from it. I think that's a real positive. And in the end, the way it went, at times you can lose them type of games. So to take a point in the end, we'll take that. But obviously we're disappointed that we haven't taken all three.
Do you feel that the penalty and a red card was a bit harsh for what Harry actually did?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it ended up chaos at that time, so decisions going different ways, and he's made that decision. Ours should have been a penalty. We should have had 2 penalties, and that wouldn't have happened.
Then you've got 10 minutes at the end of normal time and 10 minutes added time at the end with 10 men. Actually, you've done pretty well to get a point out of that 20 minutes. That's a tough 20.
Yeah, especially in credit to Bournemouth, the way they play, and really energetic and positive, and run forward and pass forward and constantly test you. So to go with 10 men for so long and have to make changes, and I thought the boys coming off the bench and finishing the game did ever so well. Credit to them for that. We're delighted with the way they went about that and seeing off the last moments really, which could have been really difficult, but I thought we coped with it really well.
You've now got a long time without a game. Obviously, there's the international break, but I think you go 24 days or something without playing. Is that a problem? Is that an issue, or is it an opportunity to just reset and have a bit of a break?
It is what it is. It's not a problem. It's we'll deal with it, and boys are going away, and it feels a lot because of the international break. But the international break is we miss one weekend, so we'll deal with that. We've got to be ready for Leeds when it comes.
So Michael Carrick pretty much echoing what Bruno Fernandes had said about the 2 penalties, also aggrieved at the fact that they then had a player sent off. But he mentioned a very interesting point as well there, Gary, about the timing of the penalty decision on Ahmad, and then Bournemouth literally went up the other end and scored when it could have been 2-0.
Yes, it's a game-changing decision, isn't it? It's such a huge decision because, like you said, 2-0 and then the next minute it's 1-1. So I can feel his frustration, I really can. And both himself and Fernandes is not arguing about the penalty that they conceded, but obviously they're looking at it in 2 aspects like we've just seen then and saying, well, if that's given then surely that's to be given. So I feel sorry for him. I really understand his frustration, and they are huge moments for a referee and the VAR, particularly because obviously 2-0 and 1-1 is a totally different game.
Yeah, absolutely. Manchester United dropping points for just the 3rd time under Michael Carrick. Where does that leave them in the race for Champions League? Still confident enough and comfortable enough?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think with the win, they probably would have been certain. I think in terms of top 5, and that gap to Chelsea would have been significant. But I think they'll obviously take the point. They preferred 3. They're in such a brilliant position. You think I think they were 5th when Ruben left. But I just think the football they played has been better. Everybody's happy. They're getting results, obviously, today. But that's against a good Bournemouth team as well. Yeah. And the point the reporter made about playing for 20 minutes with 10 men, I thought they dealt with that really well. So I think in every phase, on
the second, then it's a red card, isn't it, Andy?
Well, yeah. Obviously, that's why he's made a decision, to send him off, because he's believed he's done just that. But when you talk about going down easily, he's gone down really easily there. And as a manager, of course, you're going to be disappointed. Bruno's disappointed in that as well, because you're looking at both of them, you turn and say to yourself, so break it down. What is the difference? Because they've both gone down easily, but what is the difference? Yeah, I get the sending off one, I get that, but if we're talking about the penalty itself, why is one given and one's not?
The other thing that Andy makes a great point with is, why even are you wanting to go down there? You are going through to see the
the whites of the goalkeeper's eyes. It's a mate. They don't. You would never have tried to do that. You'd have just thought, I'm going to go through.
A dramatic night of Premier League football ended in controversy as Manchester United F.C. were held to a thrilling 2-2 draw by AFC Bournemouth. The match had everything: goals, momentum swings, and a heated debate over a late penalty decision that left players and fans stunned. Manchester United started brightly, pushing forward with attacking intent and looking determined to control the match. Their early pressure paid off when the Red Devils found the opening goal through a well-worked attacking move that caught Bournemouth's defence off guard. The away fans erupted as United looked to build momentum. However, Bournemouth responded with determination and energy. The home side gradually grew into the game and began creating chances of their own. Their persistence eventually paid off when they managed to level the score, shifting the momentum and energising the crowd. The second half delivered even more drama. United regained the lead thanks to captain Bruno Fernandes, who once again demonstrated his importance to the team. The Portuguese midfielder showed composure and precision to guide the ball into the net, putting United back in front and giving the visitors hope of securing all 3 points. But Bournemouth refused to back down. Late in the match, they capitalised on a defensive lapse to score a crucial equaliser, bringing the score to 2-2 and setting up a frantic final stretch. The biggest talking point came in the closing moments when Manchester United believed they should have been awarded a penalty. A challenge inside the box appeared to involve clear contact, but the referee waved play on, leaving United players furious and supporters demanding a review. After the final whistle, Bruno Fernandes did not hide his frustration when discussing the decision. The United captain admitted the team was disappointed, insisting that moments like that can decide matches and potentially impact the team's position in the league table. Manager Michael Carrick also reacted to the controversial moment, expressing disappointment while trying to remain measured in his response. Carrick emphasised that the team must focus on their performance and learn from the defensive mistakes that allowed Bournemouth back into the game. Despite the controversy, the match showcased the unpredictable nature of Premier League football. Both teams showed attacking quality and determination, producing a spectacle that kept fans engaged until the final whistle. For Manchester United, the draw may feel like 2 points dropped, especially considering the late penalty incident. As debates about the decision continue among fans and pundits, one thing is certain: this dramatic encounter will be remembered for both its excitement and its controversy.